All right, first off the bat, I really want to know, who is RudyWade?
That's me.
What does RudyWade kind of represent?
RudyWade represents a lot of music, a lot of different kinds of music. I like to keep it pretty versatile throughout all the genres that I can possibly do without making a fool of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Basically that. Just want to
So solely music?
Spread the music, baby.
Spread the music.
Yes, sir.
And is there any other purpose that's kind of driving this besides the music? Or it's just
want
to make good music?
I want to leave a legacy, leave good music, change people's lives. That's what I care about.
Is there like an artist that touch you in a certain way that not,
in a certain way.
In a certain way that kind of made you want to be like, I want to affect someone like that?
Yeah, actually, when I was younger...
Justin Bieber?
No. Justin Bieber. When I was younger, the first song I really remember in my life was that song by Sean Kingston, Fire Burning. The one that's like, somebody call 911.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the first song I remember. And ever since I heard that, I was like, oh, I really want to like be on stage. I want to have a number one hit single. I want to go to the top. But overall, my musical influences are like, my roots are in bands like Imagine Dragons, The Neighborhood, and then over time I started getting into hip hop as I grew older, and I started like on artists like Uzi and Drake and all that shit. But yeah.
So did you start making hip hop from the jump, or did you start with the pop music?
Honestly, what I started making wasn't even music. It was just anything I had access to at the time, because I didn't even know back then that there were just millions of beats out there ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just worked with what I had. People in my grade, because I started making music in middle school, or like at the end of middle school, but people in my grade who had instrumentals ready to go, I would just try and make a song for them. And
so like people at your school would like produce beats?
Yeah. But then I started learning how to make my own beats.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started making my own beats. But then after a while of doing that, I realized that I could take my music way further if someone else was making my beats. So I stopped. I don't make my beats no more.
How long did you make your beats for? Was it like a certain
year and a
period of
half.
time?
Like,
oh damn, that's a solid amount of time.
That is like the beginning of my music career. I used to make my beats, send them over to my engineer, John. I was making sure that was still going.
Okay.
I sent him over to my engineer, John. He would take basically the raw concept I had and turn my terrible beat into a listenable beat. And then
so did you ever make like good beats, or
honestly
mid?
Mid is too good. Like they were terrible. Some of the worst beats you'll ever hear. If
really?
You ever, yeah.
Terrible. But like when you make the beat, were you having like an idea of I want it to sound like this, and you just couldn't get it to that point?
Yeah, I just didn't know like what the beats needed. I still don't to this day. I'm terrible. I can make okay beats now, but nothing compared to the beats that I use in my music.
It's kind of crazy to me that you ended up meeting John over Instagram, right?
Yes, sir.
And then like all that shit happened with you sending him music, and then you ended up here to like fully pursue a music career.
Yeah, so for those of you who are not hip, John is my engineer.
Master Productions.
He is he's kind of the guy who has guided me along my music journey. And it started out by just a simple Instagram DM, because I was looking for a new mixing and mastering engineer. So I went on Instagram, I searched mixing and mastering engineer, and then I DM like 50. None of them got back to me. John got back to me. I started sending him files. He started mixing my music remotely. Then he was like, yeah, come up, like let's chop it up, make some music.
How long was that in the course of things?
Oh, me and John worked over the internet for like a year and a half, 2 years, and kind of just fostered the relationship online until we met in person, and then we saw the vision and we.
It goes to show you, if you do your networking right online, it can really pay off into your real life circumstances.
It really has to this point. All of the people that are in my circle for my music, I met over the internet, like Instagram, TikTok. Great ways of meeting new artists.
Networking apps as much as they are social media, for sure.
Definitely.
Because you could change your life just by messaging someone on Instagram, you know? But you can't just send DMs, like, not being good at what you do and not putting in any work. Because if you do that, then you're just going to get laughed at. So if you're going to go out of your way to message someone, make sure that you have something that's valuable to them.
That's a fact. You don't want to waste people's time.
Yeah, that's worse than not hitting someone up is wasting somebody's time. Like, if you sit here and waste my time, it's like, why are you wasting my time?
That's a fact. If you have something, you have an inquiry, you have anything that is of time, then by all means send that message. That network is powerful if you have something to offer. But wasting people's time is definitely...
Yeah, and it burns a bridge before you can even build it, you know?
Yes, sir.
It's like...
That's a fact. You can always turn that around, though. Send another message. Try and get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, do you feel like you coming here really pushed your career to, like, a level you couldn't have reached there?
Yeah, like, tenfold. Honestly, for those of you who don't know, I used to live in New Jersey. I used to make music in my parents' basement. And now, me and my engineer, as well as two other dope artists, T.Y. and Daniel, they also live in this house, and we all contribute to the music. The end goal of blowing up. And I'd say we're making great progress, but without each other and each other's criticism and each other's help along the way, I would be years behind. But
yeah, like, what I've noticed especially... is having someone, because that kid Christian, me and him are really close, and we started doing video production around the same time, and we're both very harsh people when it comes to being, like, real about something. So we were able to, like, grow from, like, here to there in, like, half the time because we both have each other's perspective on our work.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't be around yes men. It's the most toxic thing for your life and for your career.
You gotta be around people who keep it real, because if they're not keeping it real, what are they doing in your life? Like, what are they adding? You gotta keep your circle small, keep the people who are gonna ride out for you around, cut the people who are not out of your life. That's my 2 cents.
That's solid. That's a fact. That's a big fact. What made you want to, like, go with the main pop lane, you know?
Honestly, I answer every interview question starting with the word honestly. It's terrible. But I did it in the last interview I did too.
Really?
Just absolutely terrible. But pop music, I've always just, like, loved the feel of pop music. Just the way it makes you, like, want to dance, like, it gets you going. And I just think it's dope, and I want to pursue that a lot, but I still haven't found my sound. I like working with a lot of genres. I like rock a lot. I like hip-hop a lot. I like pop the most, but we'll see where it takes me. I honestly don't know where my sound will be in a year.
That's cool, though, because, you know, I feel like even some artists go like, oh, I'm a rapper, oh, I make this music, I make that music, I'm not doing anything else.
No.
That's like a limiting box, you know what I mean?
I'm just a singer. I could do any beat. Send me beats.
Yes, sir.
Send me the beats, man.
But do you think there was anything... So how old were you when you heard that song that really made you like... Oh, that's what I want to do.
5 or 4. Like,
damn. Oh, so at 5 you were like, I want to be on the stage.
I wanted to be a singer since before I can remember. Like, this is my path in life. This is what I'm gonna do.
And did you ever do anything like besides the music when you were a kid? Like, it's a side hobby?
No, I used to be a professional Pokemon player. Shout out those of you who were on my team. Shout out those of you who were my friends. Are still my friends. But I do music more primarily now. It's basically the only thing I do right now. But back then I did used to play professional Pokemon.
Yeah, you were saying 47 in the world, right?
Well, the year that the COVID ended everything, I finished 42nd in the world, but they're still going to have the World Championships in 2022, so maybe I'll pop out to London, compete.
That's fucking crazy. I've never met anyone who is a professional card player. Like, you actually played professional Pokemon cards. Like,
Yeah.
sat down, like, went in with a deck and played.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever win any, like, money or anything?
Absolutely.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's fucking crazy, yo. That's wild. When do you think you're gonna have your breakout song?
Honestly, I answered the question with honestly once again. Love that I'm calling myself out on that in the video, but I think my breakout song will be the video you're watching right now, Ghost. And if not, then I don't know what to tell you. Stay tuned. The breakout song's coming. But I think it's going to be Ghost because this video that we have planned, if you haven't already watched it.
Nah, it's just going to come out before the video. This one's a fucking movie, bro.
Yeah, so we basically turned a 1K budget video into a $20,000 budget video.
Pretty much.
It's basically what we did. We
took $1,000 and made like the literal best possible video we ever could.
You could have with $1,000. Like,
it was insane. Between the story plot, between the set, between the car, and just everything that came together, and like blending the story with the song and having like a subliminal message that's in there, you know? Because
somewhat.
There's definitely meaning behind the whole treatment.
Yes, sir. The treatment was written when? I'm gonna ask you the questions now.
Okay.
How did you come up with the treatment?
Honestly, all right. This is on the real. So, my friend Christian was actually here in Massachusetts for the first time in like, I don't know, probably like 4 months, and it was the day that he went back to the airport, and the day before that, me and all my friends that I used to hang out with in high school all got together. And we went to sleep at 1:30 and woke up at 4:30 in the morning. And I drove him to the airport. And then I went and I had that place, Bagel World, for the first time. Yo, if y'all are from Massachusetts, check out Bagel World.
That place is smacking. They can literally give you an egg and cheese for like $2.75. I don't think they need to know the price of the bagel, but $2.75 for egg and cheese is a
homemade.
Steal. Homemade, it's delicious. Shout out Bagel World. Shout out Jim's Market as well. They make some. They make some good food.
So yeah, after that, I was sitting in Starbucks from like 7 in the morning till 9 in the morning, and I'm looking at this set. Because I looked at the set and picked that first because it was interesting to me. And it's pretty much like a bunch of different rooms. And I thought, how can I make this random scene as if there's a complete story behind it that revolved on a Halloween theme. So I picked a character from the Halloween time, put him in the video, and then wrote a story around the character. So it flowed through the randomness of the set to make it not look so incohesive. So it all just kind of blended together and had what I like to say is my specialty. It's optical flow.
Optical flow.
Yeah.
Write that down in your notes, videographers.
Yeah. Optical flow.
Optical flow, baby.
I don't know. I came up with that term in my head. I don't know if I heard it from somebody, but anytime anyone is ever like, yo, like, what do I need to do? The first thing that comes to my mind is creating optical flow. And I don't know if that's right, but that's what I call it. And honestly, this is going to be the last thing I say in this interview, but if you're really trying to create and you have something that when you're either editing it, making it, and you're like, that's just good enough, then don't do that. Because it's never good enough. If it's not flowing the whole time, from start to end, you failed. And that's my opinion on the whole creation process and why I like to make videos, and I make sure that everything that I can possibly do, that I do. And, you know, it's all a learning progress. It's a work in progress. But we out here and we going to the moon with this one.
We're going to the moon. If you're not in for the journey at this point, welcome to the journey.
Yeah, welcome.
At the time you're watching this video, welcome to the journey of RudyWade. I hope you stick around. Make sure to follow me on the gram on @RudyWadeMusic, on Twitter @RudyWadeMusic, on Spotify, YouTube, and all the other music platforms @RudyWade. That's the quick plug.
Hell yeah. Never settle.